Welcome to JRDM, I'm Jenna and I've had a shave. Welcome back to part 2 of Fast and Furious scene review. If you haven't seen part 1, go give that a watch. I'll link it right here. Just to recap though, last week we took a look at the iconic drag race between Dom's 1970 Dodge Charger, like the one I have here, and Brian's 1994 Toyota Supra, which I don't have yet. So I used this VW Golf GTI to stand in. The race basically concludes in a near-miss train crossing jump and a head-on truck crash with a flip. If you've seen my previous installment of scene review, you know, the one where we took a look at the plane scene from the movie Tenet, you'll know what we're about to do now. That's right, we're going to recreate the drag race. Breaking down what I've got to do before the shoot, I obviously have to prepare the cars. And you're probably thinking, but aren't they ready to race? No. If you remember from the movie, Dom's Charger wheelies off the start line, like that. But if I show you here, out of the box, this doesn't do that. So we've got to fix it. As it stands, the car is too stable. It just takes off without so much as a wheel spin. In order to lift the front end of the car, I need to throw the centre of gravity off, which means adding a lot of weight to the back, like right at the back, because if the weight is over the wheels, I'm just going to lose power. I had to get the weight just right, so to gradually increase it, I used some coins taped together. The magic number in the end was 290 grams. You're probably thinking, ew, that looks so ugly. And you're right, but if I can place the camera just right, I can hide the weighted end and still get an awesome shot. Next, I needed to find a train for that near-miss scene, but here's where I ran into a little problem. These cars are all 1/24th scale, which means I needed to find a train of similar scale. I thought I had bought one off Amazon with the correct dimensions, but this isn't going to work. So I decided to scrap that idea altogether. Don't get me wrong, I still wanted to keep the jump, so I needed 2 breakable crossing barriers. This means a visit to the Lego collection. Look how organised everything is. I built 2 simple columns with a breakaway barrier, tried and tested to make sure the cars could smash through. The most important element of all of this is figuring out where to shoot. I could be lazy and just shoot in my garden, but I don't particularly want to get the house in the shot, and I'm not too comfortable using green screen just yet. So this limits where I can put the camera. So the most obvious answer is go out there and find somewhere to shoot. Scouting the perfect area means making a list of basics that you need from the site. From previous experience, I want to ensure the ground is as flat as possible. What may look flat to us is not the case for these model cars. Even a pebble becomes a boulder at this scale. I also need the location to be isolated from public. This isn't because I'm going to be doing anything dangerous like exploding stuff. It's because people are a bit annoying. I just want to get on with filming. I don't want to put props and cars down and then take it off again because people want to walk by. It just gets on my nerves sometimes. After visiting a few sites, I finally decided on this nice flat spot in an industrial estate. First thing I do when I get to site is to make sure I'm not disturbing anyone. This all looks clear, so time to unload the props and set up the scene. Got to make sure the surface is flat enough for the cars, so I do a quick test shot. Looks good to me. Time to get on with the shoot. My cousin and I spent almost 3 hours on site. This is because we are relying on the cars for the action. We have limited control. You could almost end up doing a shot 10 times, as you'll see later on. Turns out a shoot could also be delayed if you bring 20 AA batteries for the cars and you open one of them up when it's losing power and it takes AAAs.
It was at this moment that he knew.
It was 4:25 PM on a Sunday, and if you don't live in the UK, most shops here close at 4:30 on a Sunday. But luckily for us, our good friend Poundland was just around the corner and the shoot was saved. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. I hope. My version of the Fast and the Furious final race. Enjoy. Huge thanks to my cousin Bareth, by the way, for standing out in the cold with me, even though he's terrible at controlling these cars. I'm joking, he's not too bad. Even I flopped, both behind and in front of the camera actually. Either way, I'm really proud of the final result and I enjoyed working on this week's episode of Scene Review. As always, if you liked what you saw and want to see more, click like and subscribe. Also, don't be shy, share your thoughts, leave a comment below with criticisms or positive stuff or whatever really, and I'll be sure to reply. Thanks for watching, see you soon.